Everybody, Joe here. Thanks for joining me. Since today's newsletter has a little bit of a musical flavor to it, particularly towards the end, I thought what I'd do was walk around the house with my camera and take some pictures of what we lovingly call our instrument petting zoo, but I wanted to add a little bit to them as well. This is an old violin we have. Yes, we bought new strings for it, haven't gotten around to putting it on the instrument. You can see there's one missing up here in the top. And I put this on top of my piano, which is ebony, and I thought it had a nice reflective surface. But as I looked at the composition, I thought, the bow here is just too much. Also, there's some light coming in from the window here on the top of the piano, and there's also some dust and some scratches here. So how can we make this a better composition? And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start in Lightroom and just do some real basic adjustments here. What does it need? Well, I'm going to bring the shadows up a little bit, maybe not quite that much. I'm going to add some texture, some clarity, and it needs some vibrance. Again, vibrance is cool and desaturated color, so you can see like real pale tans start to get some color. And we're going to add a bunch more saturation to bring the life back to the wood. Oh, that looks so much better already. All right, that's a help. This light thing here, what do we need to do with that? Well, let's hit enter on what we've done, and I'm going to come up to our masking panel and choose a linear gradient. And what I'm going to do is kind of choose all through here, and I'm going to bring down the shadows, and I'm going to bring down the whites, and I'm going to bring down the highlights in an attempt to get rid of that. And there we go. That did a pretty good job. While we're here, I'm also going to, I think I'm going to add a vignette. So let's come all the way down to the bottom to effects, and let's add a post-crop vignette. Looking much better. Now, as I mentioned, I thought that the bow here was too much. It needs to be simplified. So let's go ahead and do a crop. I'm going to come up to the cropping tool here. And I kind of, after I took this, I realized, there's the photo right there. And that looks great. Don't need quite so much black up top. The rotation, I'm going to bring it around just a little bit to something like that. Looking a heck of a lot better. I'm going to check the crop again. Maybe bring that up a smidge. Yeah, that's better. Now, you see we've got a bunch of dust on the piano. Yes, I should have dusted the piano first, but I didn't. And could I do this in Lightroom? Yeah, but it could get really tedious. I'm going to show you a really cool way to make this happen a lot faster in Photoshop. So let's hit Command or Control E to send this into Photoshop. And here we are in Photoshop with our image. I'm going to duplicate the background, Command or Control J, which gives us a copy. And here's the cool technique we're going to use. You can see we've got these spots here. In fact, let's zoom in so we can see where all the dust is. So the L key for lasso, I'm going to just circle around this whole grouping right here. I'm going to do them in groups. And we're going to go up to the noise filter, dust and scratches. Now, my default setting on here is usually 1428. That's what I use. But look already, if I click this on and off in here, you can see there's the dust and scratches. And you can decide, well, I want them to go away even more. So I can increase the radius a little bit, and I can decrease the threshold. And now they're really gone. Okay, so there we go. So that works. Let's go ahead and select some of these other places. That's actually a reflection of some sort, but it looks like dust. So it's going, and those are going also. Now, what I can do is just come up to filter. The last filter you used is sitting there. We'll go ahead and hit that. Deselect that. Great, they're gone. Where else? There's something here. Something here. Sometimes you end up finding yourself circling things that are actually on your computer screen. That's all right. It's not going to hurt anything. And here and here. Oh, we got a bunch of things going on right here. Boy, there's a bunch of stuff in here. And there's a bunch of stuff here. And here. Oh boy. Okay. They're not really, they're just kind of spots on the piano surface. But again, all I have to do is go up to Filter, Dust and Scratches, and voila, they're gone. So I can deselect that, so Command 0 to see it in full screen. That's looking a heck of a lot better. In fact, if I click on the eyeball here, you can see the before and after. Let's zoom down to the bottom. You can see it better. There's the after. There's the before. And look at all this dust we got rid of. Now, there's also some little things on the violin itself that could be dust, could be scratches. Let's do it here too. So I've got this one right there. I'm going to hold down the shift key with the lasso tool, do that. Not sure if this is, but it's a distraction. And that's what we want to get rid of, the distractions. I don't mind some of the dust in here. It's kind of the patina of the old violin. That's okay, but it was really just those couple of things right there. So one more time, dust and scratches. And well, look, they're gone. Now if we turn that on and off, look at what we just were able to do to clean up that image. It's a great tool when you have a bunch of dust that you want to get rid of. So now I can save this, send it back into Lightroom. And here is our edited image. Let's take a look at it in full screen. And really that really is quite beautiful. I think I might even bring down the vignette a little more. Did I miss a spot? Is that a spot or is that on my screen? Let's see. Oh, it actually is a spot. I missed one. Okay, that's got to go. All right, one spot I don't mind doing in Lightroom. Actually, there's a couple. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. And these things didn't really qualify as spots. Okay. And they're gone. Okay. As I mentioned, I think as I'm looking at it, I think I would like this a little darker around the edges. So let's go down to our post-crop vignette, and we're going to make it stronger. Let's go ahead and do that. And I think that got rid of it. So let's hit, yeah, I like it. And that looks great. It's really, it's a beautiful instrument, the violin. And kind of the age and even slight decrepitness of this is what adds even a little bit more character to it. So there you go, some quick editing tips, just taking something around the house and finding a nice place to put it and turn it into a really beautiful photograph. That's it for today. Thanks for joining me. Wish you a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.